Let me hit you with that bing bong. Bing bong. Did I surprise you?
Bing bong ding dongs.
I bet I surprised you because we're live. We're live. It's the CineBoiz podcast. Welcome to the CineBoiz podcast, part of the Cork Bats podcast network. Cork Bats apparently the biggest thing on Twitter right now. So if you are
for real,
if you want to follow, you should definitely follow at Cork Bats because it's blowing up. But yeah, hey, we got K Mingo in the chat. Good morning, Kay. My mom's in the chat. Mob's in the chat. Everybody, welcome. It's Saturday. It's 11 a.m. Central Time, which means it's the afternoon where Mob's at right now because he's on the East Coast. Joshua Min, good morning. Thanks for hopping in there, Joshua. But yes, like I said, we are the CineBoiz podcast, part of the Cork Bats podcast network. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. Starting today, the podcast will be available on Saturdays. So we're not going to wait to release on Monday. You will have an episode today, so be on the lookout for that. But if you're in the chat right now, you're experiencing it live. So if you just want to relive it, you'll have the rest of time to do that. If you're watching currently on the Cork Bats YouTube page, thank you so much. We love our chat. We hope everybody is here. If you're new, say hi. If you're not new, say hi. We want to hang out, enjoy you. We just love to enjoy you. So let us enjoy you, please. But yeah, so be sure to also follow Cork Bats YouTube page. Yeah, we were Mob asked, am I new? Huh? No, you were here in the chat last week.
So.
Oh,
okay.
But yeah, I'm Kenny. I'm one of the co-hosts of the CineBoiz podcast. I'm joined today by two of our other co-hosts. Tom is unfortunately not with us today. But let's start on the East Coast. Mob, hi.
Hi.
What are you big on this week, my man?
There's a couple things. I think we're going to talk about one later. But for this portion, I am big on horse races. So I live in Lexington, Kentucky currently.
Makes sense.
East Coast.
It's just fine. You know, it's not a bad place to live. It's not my favorite place to live, but there are 2 months of the year where it is the best place to live. And that is October and April. And it's because of weekend horse races.
Yeah.
And before I moved here, I was like, horse races, that's not going to be my thing. Then I moved here. I went to one. I was like, horse races, that's my thing. So we missed them last year because of the pandy.
Yeah.
And they're back. And I'm going. And I'm excited.
Dude, that's so
I'm
great.
Huge on horse races.
Do you lose a lot of money every time you go?
No, I think I'm actually net positive.
Wow.
Dang. So, and here's my betting strategy. If you ever go to a horse race where it's like not, Churchill Downs or, the big ones, I buy one of those things that they hand out.
The program.
A program. Thank you. I buy a program. And this is actually my wife's betting strategy. She gave this to me and it's worked. I look at who the most experienced jockey is and who's won the most out of the jockeys. Bet that horse.
Okay. Well, I mean, that seems like a solid plan.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited you get to enjoy that. And then go ahead.
If you're looking for something to do in October or April, Keeneland in Lexington, Kentucky, it's a great place for party, vacation, just anything. It's a great time.
That's hot. Well, thank you, Mob. And then we're also joined below me by our good friend Kevin Keith, Junk Sleep. How are you today, Kevin?
Thanks, Kenny. I like that inflection. I'm great.
Good. Hey, what are you big on this week, my man?
This week I'm big on free stuff. Yesterday I went to see James Bond and the cash registers were down. And so I got my ticket and snacks are free. I go, could I have one ticket to James Bond and some Sour Patch Kids, please? And he goes, yeah, the registers are down, so you're just going to get them for free. And I go, oh, sweet, thanks. He goes, So just the Sour Patch Kids, it's all free, So I was like, all right, throw in some popcorn and a soda. So I feasted at 10:30 in the morning yesterday.
Yikes.
Watching
That's great.
James Bond for free.
Yeah.
Also, the movie was good. So
That's
win,
great.
win, win.
That's so exciting. We're going to see it tomorrow. I'm really excited. Joshua Min says real ones record a live podcast. Editing is for the week. I agree with Joshua.
Correct.
Kamingo said there's no Tom. Mom's excited about horses. Joshua also says horse racing. Be careful. Squid Game origin story. Has anyone seen Squid Game yet?
I'm halfway through, so no spoilies.
Okay, because I keep hearing it's amazing, and
It's pretty good.
Okay.
It is about
Grotesquely
gamblers.
violent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kate also says October is the best month. Well, Kevin, I'm so sorry I interrupted you,
Correct.
but
No.
you got your
I was
free
done.
stuff. That's so great. I'm really excited. I wish that
I did feel sick after the movie, yes, because I
of
had a
course.
full large popcorn and a whole large soda, and it was like, and I started eating at like 10:20, and I was done by 11, so I just housed that, and felt great.
Again, what's
Good
having a
lunch.
metabolism like?
Yeah.
Well, you only get
wouldn't
free
know.
stuff so often, you
Yeah.
gotta make it count.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that, and I also wish that I could go to Alamo. Actually, I go to Alamo a lot and get free stuff because they're really good. If they screw something up on your order, they will give you free stuff the next time you're there. So that's another reason why I like Alamo so much.
Well, this particular movie theater, it's my favorite movie theater, but it's not the most efficiently run.
Mhm.
So there's probably a 50-50 chance if I wasn't a law-abiding citizen, I could just walk in to the theater and just act like I knew where I was going and just not pay for anything. Just keep on going.
Yeah.
We've all been
'Cause-
there.
Yeah. They for sure, they have like one employee, especially the morning weekday matinees. Not the A staff is what I'll say.
Right.
Definitely the C staff.
The C staff, not even the B
Yeah.
staff.
No,
Straight to
the
C
B staff is for like weekend nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Briggs Hall in the chat. Hey Briggs, he says no time to die is sick. And then Molly Wick says howdy. Molly, welcome. I see that
Molly
she
Wick,
got the
I
message
like
and
your
said
last
howdy.
name.
Appreciate
Howdy.
it. Okay, well, guys, I'm big on a couple of things this week.
Just relax, Kenny.
Hold
Just
on.
Hold your horses.
What?
You do this every week.
What I do?
Every week.
Kevin's got a question for you.
I have to ask you a question,
So sorry.
Kenny.
Yes.
What are you big on this week?
I'm big on two things this week.
Ooh,
Okay,
okay.
ready? So
Let me
starting
have
with the first one, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's an actor. He is a spokesperson.
It's a
He's a
meathead.
pro wrestler. Now you can add to his resume rapper.
Well, when you have your own tequila line, you have to add that after.
Fair. But he's also a rapper. He's showing up at his debut rap album. He's a featured artist on Tech Nine's new album, which
What
is
a combo.
Tech 9?
which is
weird.
It's really weird because like Tech Nine,
Tech Nine?
not the biggest name in the world when it comes to rapping. He's not like if you're gonna have The Rock come onto your album and be featured, you figured it'd be like a big name rapper. But I mean, not that Tech Nine isn't big. Most people know who Tech Nine is. Kansas City represent. But let me just play you this little snippet here. I hope you're ready for this.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours. Like insulin in my veins, my culture banging with strange. I change the game, so what's my motherfucking name? What they gonna get though? Desecration, defamation. If you wanna bring it to the masses, face to face, now we escalating. When I have to put boost asses, mean on ya, like a dream.
So yeah, I know you guys didn't see that. I should have sent it to you beforehand, but
I'm sure it was great.
yeah, just imagine. Well, of course he's wearing a muscle tee and just rapping in the music video. Joshua Min says Tech Nine featuring The Rock. Yes, that's what that was. That is Tech Nine featuring The Rock. So,
It's just weird that it's not The Rock featuring Tech Nine even.
right, well,
Because I could see like The Rock being like a Tech Nine fan or something for some reason. It's like, hey, get my guy on the track.
it's literally his first time rapping. So I mean, maybe he'll end up on like somebody else's album soon. I don't know. I saw that this morning on his Instagram. I was like, yep, we're gonna talk about this.
Who's
today.
the best celebrity rapper? Because usually they don't pan out super well.
Oh
Donald
man,
Glover.
It's yes,
It's not
correct.
even close.
You're right. You're right.
best celebrity.
Dumb
rapper.
question.
Briggs Hall said, I would put money down that Tech Nine wrote that and The Rock just rapped it. Yeah, I think that's fair. There's some references
Very
in
fair.
there to his pro wrestling career, also to his Samoan heritage. But yeah, I wouldn't doubt that Tech 9 wrote that for him. So that was the first thing I was big on. Here's the second thing I was big on this week. And I had a major surgery this week. I had my wisdom teeth removed on Wednesday. It wasn't that major. It was just 2 top ones, pretty simple. I had pain for maybe 4 or 5 hours, and I've been pretty smooth sailing since. But in anticipation of the pain potentially lasting longer, I took the days off of work because I was planning on, recovering. So I literally had nothing to do the past 3 days. So I reintroduced myself to a little game called Stardew Valley. I've played it nonstop since like Wednesday afternoon. I had to stop myself so I could get ready for this podcast today.
I love that.
It is so addicting. I highly recommend it for any platform you may have. I play it on the Switch. I can play it in bed, and I played it till probably like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning last night while fiance was sleeping.
Pretty good.
I sincerely miss having like a really good playthrough game. The last
man.
really
Me
good
too.
playthrough game that like I just got sucked into was Red Dead Redemption 2. And I played through Cyberpunk earlier this year.
Yeah.
But I didn't get immersed like I did in Red Dead Redemption 2 or Fallout 4 or
Mine was
games
Breath
like
of the
that.
Wild, but yeah, similar.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. Cyberpunk, I did play through the game. Not that great.
It wasn't
kinda
ready.
No, wasn't ready.
I still haven't finished it.
Kay Mingo says, Kenny, I'm the biggest Stardew fan. Molly Wick says, Stardew. Kay is the biggest Stardew fan I know, she says. Well, shoot. You're in the right place then, because I'm obsessed with Stardew Valley right now. And probably going to play it the rest of the afternoon. when we
For
get done
those,
here today.
just so Mob understands what Stardew Valley is, I know what it is, but for Mob who doesn't probably know what it is, give it to me. Give me a 2-cent
For
summary.
Mob. Okay.
Yeah, for
So
Mob.
essentially, it's a farming game. It's like kind of like Harvest
Yeah, I'm
Moon.
hooked.
I bet you'd love it. Trust me. It's very addicting. It's like a farming sim role-playing game. It's great. You do all kinds of farming stuff. It's super in-depth. Every time I play it or pick it up, I learn something new that you can do that I'm like, that's amazing. I can't believe this game lets me do that.
This sounds like Animal Crossing to me.
It's like Animal Crossing, but better, in my opinion.
Okay.
So yeah, if you have a PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, I highly recommend picking up Stardew
It's
Valley.
literally just farming.
Kevin, here's the synopsis on Steam. It's you're invited to your grandfather's old farm plot in Stardew Valley. Armed with hand-me-down tools and a few coins, you set out to begin your new life. Can you learn to live on the land and turn these overgrown fields into a thriving home?
I wouldn't do well
Can
in
you?
that game at all.
Here's some pics. Here's just some pics. It's just colorful and fun. And yeah, you build your own farm. You got to clear out everything first, and then you do all this stuff. Yeah, it's great.
What do you do in the meantime of like waiting for your crops to grow?
You can go mining. You can go talk to people. Go fishing. All kinds of stuff to do in town. Joshua Min did say Will Smith. People forget Will Smith is a rapper turned actor.
Oh shoot, yeah.
That's a good
But
one.
I think the question more is actor turned
but-
rapper.
Yeah. That's
Because
what
there's
I
a
would say,
lot of
right?
actors who want to rap that aren't.
That was
good
the
at it.
spirit behind my question.
Yeah. My mom says best rapper Tom McDonald. Who is that?
Sounds like a child's nursery rhyme.
Tom McDonald rapped a song. E-I-E-I-O. Tom McDonald, Canadian rapper, songwriter, and former professional wrestler.
How do you not know about this guy?
Kenny.
This is
Rose-
right up your alley.
Rose
Rapper
to
and-
prominence with the release of his song White Boy and his songs Fake Woke and Snowflakes. Oh. Okay. I think I can pick up on the vibe of that guy. All right, cool. Moving on. All right. And then, K Mingo says the characters are so well defined. Talking about Stardew Valley. So well defined and deal with mental health issues, etc. There is so much to do. Yes, there's a ton to do. It's so fun. But guys, that's enough of that. What do you say we talk about some of the headlines this week?
Let's go for
Yeah.
it.
I think we should start with our Twitter poll. So here's the thing.
It was a massacre.
It was a massacre, and we have the results. So we had our spooky movie draft last weekend, and then we took to Twitter to have everybody vote. And here's basically what we've got. Let me pull it up. So far, actually, it's over. Voting's done. So if you haven't voted yet, I'm so sorry. But where'd it go? There it is. The winner of our spooky movie draft is Tom with 46.4% of the vote. So Tom finally won. He's not even here to claim his prize. That's too
That should
bad.
be Tom.
Coming in, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I think Tom's like on vacation or gonna be on vacation, so I don't feel bad for him.
Yeah, that's true. Mob came in second with 35.7% of the vote. I had 14.3% of the vote, and then Kevin just blew it. 3.6% of the vote.
Kevin got his own vote. That was it.
I'm so okay with losing this draft. It's not even funny.
But that 3.6% is Kevin's one vote.
I thought about not voting for myself just to see if I would get any, and I would have gotten 0. Wish I had not. Wish I could take it back.
It was so I was winning until the last couple of hours.
Tom picked the classics. I'm not surprised.
And then Tom came in and just.
Well, Tom usually picks the classics and then it backfires on him.
Correct.
But this time it actually worked out. So
spooky movies. I don't like spooky.
You don't like being spooked. That's fair. I get it.
I'm not a spooky movie fan either, and my list was way better than yours.
Yeah, I could have picked Halloween.
You could have tried.
I picked movies that I liked.
It's almost like you made picks to be abrasive and
incorrect.
Yeah.
I
It's like you were mad that we were doing it.
I picked movies that I legitimately liked. If I wanted to pander to the crowd and not be true to myself, I could have done that. But you know what?
My picks were true to myself.
And you can't tell me Dale and Tucker is not spooky.
Love Dale and Tucker.
Kids are throwing themselves into wood chippers and just that's scary.
There you go.
Can't tell me any other way.
That's fair. Well, maybe next time try harder. We'll just say that, and maybe next time you'll win the draft. But congratulations to Tom.
Yes.
I hope he is out there celebrating on his day off. But yeah,
Hey, Mingo, I did choose A Quiet Place. That was the one serious pick I made in this
yes,
draft.
he did actually pick that.
The other two, not so serious. No.
My mom says I don't have a Twitter account, but I would have voted for Kevin. Well, there you go,
Heck
Kev.
yeah. I got Kathy in my
There
corner.
you go. Okay, well, the other thing, big news we got this week was the House of the Dragon trailer, which is the new Game of Thrones show. You guys aren't Game of Thrones people, are you?
I tried a couple times. Never made it past middle of season 1 for various reasons.
I love Game of Thrones, so I'm very, very excited for this.
At this point, it's too late to jump in because I know what happens and I know it's disappointing.
Right.
So.
The ending of, it's not great, but at the same
But maybe
time,
I'll watch the prequel and just pretend like none of the other stuff ever happened.
Yeah,
Who
there
knows?
you go. Maybe it's better. It probably won't be, but maybe it is better.
Could be.
I think it's coming out like the summer of next year is when it starts, or spring of next year. But yeah,
It's a long time. Why do we announce things so far in advance? It's one of my biggest pet peeves. Why do you get me excited and then you make me wait for 18 months?
It's very true. One of my favorite things in the music industry is when I have no idea an album's coming out and then it just
drops.
there.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
You can't really.
It doesn't give you time to like pine for something, which I mean, I get building hype, but man,
I feel like you can't really do that with movies, though.
You can't. No, you're right.
It's totally true.
Yeah.
But make it like 3 months. Don't give me a full year. Come on.
Sure. But yeah.
Also,
it's a long time.
I'd like to interject. I saw the trailer for the what is it? Morbius Marvel movie.
That was like
that's coming.
Yeah.
I know, but they showed it. They showed it in front of the James Bond movie yesterday.
Fair.
And I was reminded of how bad it looks.
Yeah,
Anybody
it
else
doesn't
still
look great.
Like when I saw, I was like, this looks like one of Marvel's potentially biggest flops ever. We've talked about this already, but I was reminded of it.
It's not MCU, so it's Sony, and Sony is not as is a little bit more hit and miss than MCU.
It looks
a little
tough.
more
And also Jared
it looks
Leto,
a little more miss. I think we've been pretty vocal about our I wouldn't say hatred for Jared Leto, but definitely not like super
It's-
Jared
Hatred's
Leto.
not the right word.
Yeah, no,
but
it's not even
it's
hatred.
not
It's-
love.
But it
It's not
is kind of like a love-hate. Like,
Right.
when he's good, he's good.
Yeah.
When he's bad, he's bad.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can knock it out of the park, but then he can also just put in something that just makes you want to puke, like the Joker. Not great.
No,
He's just
but
so
also he looks so
weird.
good in House of Gucci, like for House of Gucci. He
Yeah,
looks like he's
true.
going to be awesome in it.
The weird thing about Jared Leto's Joker, though, is people really, really like it, and I don't get it.
Some-
If you have
some
an explanation to this, please let us know, because I don't really know. I don't
people.
understand
I think
it.
it's like they like it because they didn't really fully get the whole Joker experience. Had we gotten a full Jared Leto Joker, I don't know that people would be like, yes, this is the guy. Ugh. Like just that end credit
Gross.
scene in the Snyder cut made me despise Jared Leto
Yeah.
so much. It was like a 10-minute scene too of him just being creepy
Agreed.
and awkward.
The other big news we got this week is
Bad flashbacks.
they're rebooting that 70s show.
Dude, this fucked me up.
Wow. I did not expect it to go that
I
way.
had to. When you think, okay, that 90s show, that makes that. We're so old.
Get it out
We're
of
so
Come
old.
on.
We're so old.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm for it. I'm excited. I think it'll be
I'm
good.
excited for it. But the age, just the idea that we can make something about the 90s, and when they made that 70s show, it's the same.
Right. Well, it's Kitty and Red Foreman, the actor and actress. So it's Deborah Jo Rupp and Kurtwood Smith are going to be in the show on that 90s show. So they're the stars. I don't know if they're going to bring back the other characters, but
I don't want Eric Foreman back.
I don't think Eric Foreman wants to be back. Dude,
He won't.
I'm pretty sure Topher Grace.
He wasn't
hates
on
that
the
show.
last. He wasn't even on the last season of that.
He was
70s
in the
show.
last episode.
Yeah, he came back for 5 minutes.
There's no other deals in place with other That 70 Show cast members for the new series, but the expectation is that a number of them, including Grace, Prepon, and Ashton Kutcher, will make guest appearances.
I figured they would.
Okay.
It'll be a
It'll be Fuller House, just
right.
That 70 Show.
It'll be-
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised that if Ashton Kutcher makes an appearance that what's her face wouldn't, since they are
Mila Kunis.
married.
Yeah. I think they'll all show up at one point or another. Maybe not.
Will
Except
Danny
for
Masterson make
Danny
it?
Masterson.
Yeah, no, he
probably.
will not be invited. No, Danny Masterson.
Also,
they'll probably write
what'll
him
be
off.
interesting. What'll be interesting too is in Fuller House they make fun of Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Will they do that with him?
It would be kind of
Probably
funny
not.
if they just say about Danny Masterson's character Hyde, like, yeah, he finally went to jail and he fulfilled his destiny of going to jail. That was his whole shtick.
Yeah, makes
And
sense.
he'd be like, ew.
K Mango says,
Be real.
no, I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it either.
I don't feel great about it. I don't expect anything of it.
Correct.
Fair. So check that out, coming probably sometime next year. And then Christopher Nolan has a new movie coming out. Here's a photo of him directing with a camera for reference.
King of trailers.
But yes, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer will be in theaters in 2023. I feel like all of the stuff that we are promoting today is really, really far down the line.
That's such a Christopher Nolan movie name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Like
one word.
top tier.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
One word. What does it
Kind
mean?
of, kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, it's about the creator of the atomic bomb, and it's going to star Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer. So there you go. Look out for that.
Probably go watch it.
Yeah.
And as long as I understand it, I'll like it.
Fair. I feel like he will find a way to make it more confusing than it needs to be.
Yes.
But yeah.
Did you know there's a remake of Memento in the works?
Why?
Great
That's already
question.
So good.
Why would you remake that? I don't get it.
But it's on Christopher Nolan's IMDb.
All right.
Remake of the 2000 film Memento. Yeah, why does that need to...
Is he remaking it himself?
It says writer Christopher Nolan based on screenplay by.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, then I'll.
So I just want to meet the person who was like, you know that Christopher Nolan film Memento? I can make it better.
Right.
The whole thing about Memento is you don't know what happened.
Right.
But if you remake it, we know what happens.
Right. It's you lost it. Maybe it's a sequel.
Maybe it just dies, and they're like, you know what? This is a bad idea. Hollywood never lets bad ideas go through.
Never. Not once. Never done it. They
They're
have a perfect track record.
House of good ideas. Yes.
K Mango says Danny Masterson better not make an appearance. I'm assuming in that 90s show. Or, hey, maybe he's in Oppenheimer.
He probably won't make many
period.
appearances ever again.
Or maybe just go away.
I think he's gone away.
Oh, man. Well, guys, let's get to the biggest news of the day. And it's actually pretty scary. And we all need to be careful. There's a giant collar that is
On the
showing
loose.
up on the planet right now.
It actually is at this point is consumed the planet.
Okay. So
it's out to Thanos.
yeah. This is the biggest thing that's happened to Cork Bats ever.
Ever.
This thing blew up yesterday. Currently, the original post has over 167,000 likes.
That's
So
viral, baby.
If you're not following Cork Bats, we are part of Cork Bats. You need to follow Cork Bats on Twitter. But here it is. So essentially, this was tweeted out yesterday. Where'd it go? Here we go. Oh, that's not it. Bear with me here, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So this got tweeted out yesterday from Cork Bats. For every 25 likes this gets, we'll make Jason Kidd's collar bigger, because this collar is insanely big.
It already looks photoshopped in the original
Yes,
picture.
it already looks photoshopped. And I think Austin, who posted this, probably got a little too big for his britches, because it got.
How could he have known?
How could he have known? How could he have known? But here we go. So here is the timeline of this collar getting bigger and bigger and bigger every 25 likes, to the point where we lost track of it. Here it is, growing out of the Maverick Stadium in Dallas. Still going.
I love that it's causing
Still
helicopters to crash.
Still going. Still going.
Holy moly. Yeah, where are we at right now with
Okay, so here now it's getting out of the stadium. I love the Mark Cuban one where he just says, "For that reason,
For
I'm
that
out."
reason, I'm out.
I'm out.
And then it just keeps growing. We got helicopters. It's attacking Dallas. It's destroying the city of Dallas. It's growing bigger than Dallas. And then there's a little plug. Be sure to follow Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the Cork Bat stuff. But then it keeps growing, keeps growing. And here it goes. This is where I come into the picture, because this little spot right here on your screen, I don't know if you can see my arrow. You probably can't. But it's now about to cover Austin. There I am. I'm done. And it's bigger, and it's getting bigger. And here's the Independence Day clip.
That was perfect.
That was such a funny
Best
one.
part. Yes, 167,000 likes. So this blew up. We got some celebrity retweets. And I say we didn't do shit. This
No,
is all
we were
Austin.
just
Austin
watching
just
this happen.
sitting in front of a computer using Photoshop all day.
For like 12 straight hours.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, Austin hosts a radio morning show in
He had to go to
Chicago,
work.
and he got 3 hours of sleep prior to going to that because he was photoshopping Jason Kidd's collar.
Yeah. I love the Richard Branson.
That's
and then
an awesome one.
the Star Wars, and then Thanos is how it ends.
I'm a huge fan of is that Jason Kidd's collar? It's always been Jason Kidd's collar.
Yeah, always has been.
But
Always
we got,
has been.
Kyle Brandt of Good Morning Football retweeted it, said it was the best thing on Twitter right now, and then
Questlove.
and then Questlove,
Shea Serrano,
And Shea Serrano.
Shea Serrano
Awesome
as well.
too, yeah.
Cassidy Hubbarth.
I
Like,
do.
they're-
I did love the Questlove.
Real
love.
people.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, why
Sarah
the heck is it on
Spain.
my timeline?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think NBA Twitter, which is a real thing
Yep.
that lives and controls stuff, got a hold of it.
Yep.
And that's all you need.
Okay, Mango,
Is he
since
the new-
you guys are famous now. Don't forget us. Well, here's the thing. We're
We did
famous
none of this.
by association. Like, we didn't do this. We're just really,
da-
really excited.
our daddy
that
is famous.
Austin put in this work, and it
Let
blew
it-
up like crazy.
Let it be known. Austin is one of the most creative, hardest working, and funny guys I've ever had the pleasure to meet. And we are just trying to zoom off of his coattails.
Exactly. We're just writing this.
Coattails,
for all we can
baby.
get. So it looks like we have a little bit more viewership today. So that's woohoo! Look at us. Also, speaking of Austin, I do just want to say JETS Jets.
Oh.
He was having such a good week.
Well, to be fair to us, on last week's podcast of the Junk Drawer, not only did the Titans lose to the Jets, both he and AD decided to double down on the Chiefs being bad.
Yeah, so they decided the Chiefs suck, and they're going to.
The Chiefs' defense is not good.
Not a sports podcast. AVJ in the chat. Hello, AVJ. Good to see you. It's been a while. But yeah, so be sure to follow Cork Bats on Twitter and Instagram, along with us, of course. Because we are just a little bit part of the Cork Bats family. We're really excited to be a part of it, and we really enjoyed our time the past year and a half now, I'd say, that we're been a part of Cork Bats. So it's been really, really cool.
I had an idea the other day. I'm just an idea man. I don't really do anything. I just have ideas and let other people implement them if they're good or bad.
Okay.
So, one, I do think we should do a TV characters draft. We talked about that last week. Two,
okay. We're having a production meeting in the middle of an episode. I love it.
What else are we going to do? This is a light week.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Sure.
I love the award show stuff that we do.
Mm-hmm.
I love when we live stream them. I equally love that our chat doesn't watch the actual award show.
Right.
We should do our own awards at the end of the year before the Oscars. Get out ahead of it.
Great idea.
Yes, the Cine Awards.
We'll workshop it another time.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm all for workshopping live in front of the people.
Look for that coming into the year. So get excited for that.
We just decided.
We're doing it. I do love that idea. We talked about doing it last year, but we just never got around to it. So we'll definitely have that. We'll have an awards show for you with guest appearances, probably Questlove. So be on the lookout.
Colin Hanks.
Colin Hanks. Gosh. Colin Hanks will be there. Who else? Lil Jon, Tony Danza. All fans of the show.
K Mingo will get us Zendaya.
Yes. No, that's Casey. Casey
will get us.
Yeah.
Zendaya. Sorry.
Hey, Dank Lord says, "Hey, it's the CineBoiz. What's up, Dank Lord? Good to see you."
Dank Lord.
This is a great name.
I love that name. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for the headlines. Tom is not here today, so I've asked Mob, who graciously said he would do it, to do some trivia for us. So what do you got for us today, Mob?
So trivia is really hard to find, and I understand why Tom's like, I need to be inspired.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't being inspired by anything. So it's going to be a light week. I do have one trivia question because I was inspired by Jason Kidd.
Mm-hmm.
So the one trivia question is Jason Kidd has to his name one acting credit. What is it?
It's got to be like Mike or something, right?
Jason Kidd.
Is it like Mike?
Was it Space Jam? No, that was
before
him.
Jason Kidd.
Dude, I don't know. Jason Kidd. It's got to be like Mike.
I'm gonna say
that's
like
the only
Mike.
thing I can think of. Fits the era.
It is in fact like Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. Calvin Cambridge throws the basketball off of his back and grabs it, and he turns around and gets mad. But if you go to his IMDb page, that is his only acting credit. He has plenty of self credits, but that's his one movie acting credit.
All right.
So that's the trivia.
Thanks for the trivia. We knocked it out of the park.
Jason Kidd.
Good job.
Like Mike.
Danklord says, I'm Jonah Preds on Instagram. Big supporter. I always share the Cork Bats content. Well, Danklord, we appreciate that. And he says it's like Mike. You got it. Nailed it. We appreciate it, Danklord.
If you are a Like Mike fan, so fun fact about Like Mike.
Oh wait, Like Mike was in the movie poster, or Jason Kidd was in the movie poster.
Yeah.
Shoot. With Chris Webber, Dirk, AI, Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Incredible.
There you go.
The Dirk scene in that movie is amazing because he comes up to Calvin Cambridge and goes, "Would you sign this for my niece?" And Calvin goes, "Sure. What's your niece's name?" And he goes, "Dirk."
Dirk.
But I love that movie.
Good stuff.
We'll move on.
All right.
I do have anniversaries.
All right, Mob with the anniversaries this week.
So I went with the typical Tom year time this time, and as opposed to going 5, 15, and 25.
Sure.
So 5 years ago, happy anniversary to Girl on a Train, starring Emily Blunt.
Better book than it was a movie. I'll be that guy.
Didn't read it, didn't see it. Don't care.
It was fine. That's
Going off of the books turned into movies trend, happy 10-year anniversary to Eat, Pray, Love.
10 years.
10 years.
Blink and you miss it. Jeez. I feel like that just came out.
It did 10 years ago.
Okay.
That's
all right.
To me, Eat, Pray, Love feels like such a specific category of movie, but I can't really put my finger on what it is. Movies about nothing that solve nothing. There's no problem in the movie. What am I trying to say here?
I don't know, but I know I get it. I understand it. So
Anyway.
And
Hey, Julia
finally,
Roberts, come on the pod.
And finally, happy 25-year anniversary to That Thing You Do.
Dang.
Interesting set of movies this week, I gotta say.
What a bunch. What a bunch we got.
Looking at them like these coming weeks and the past weeks, there were some really good ones. But that's what I got for this.
I feel like I'm always saying we have to be getting close to like blockbusters being anniversaries, and then it feels like we never get there.
Yeah.
Every week.
Maybe I just didn't pick the blockbusters.
No, it's not time yet. It's not Thanksgiving yet. That's when they happen.
Right. We Tom will bring the heat next week. It's not that you didn't do a good job. It's just, it's Tom's.
One of my favorite parts about anniversaries is Tom's reactions to our reactions of his anniversaries.
It's like
he takes it very personally.
Yeah, he takes it very personally. We're like, oh, cool. And he'll just like, okay, moving on. All right. Well, hey, guys, that's pretty much it. Danklord says, this is my first CineBoiz episode, so I want to know, have you all had an in-depth conversation about Jungle Cruise yet? Danklord, I'm so glad you brought this up. We have not, but it's not from lack of trying. Okay, so I was pushing hard for a Jungle Cruise discussion a few months ago when it came out. Apparently, it's good. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. I think they're going to make a sequel. It's been greenlit. So yeah, but thanks for the question, Dick.
Yeah, our in-depth discussion was Kenny was like, I think I'm in on this movie. And we all were like, well, I think I'm out.
Definitely out. I mean, I love The Rock. I love Emily Blunt, but
that's too bad. Well, that's too damn bad. Guys, thank you.
I'm tired, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad. If you know what that's from, you're cool. All right, so here's the thing.
We should do an in-depth Holes analysis one of these days.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna wrap it up for the week. We're really, really excited to see everybody in the chat today. So K Mingo, ABJ, my mom, Danklord, Molly Wicks. Who else was in here today? Mob, you were in here. Joshua Min, Briggs Hall. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you would like, please consider subscribing to our podcast. You can get on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're part of the Corkbats Podcast Network, so you will find our podcast every week live on the Corkbats YouTube page. And then you can also, follow that as well for all of your favorite video Corkbat content. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well. So we're at the CineBoiz. Be sure to follow Corkbats, of course. Twitter, Instagram. Instagram, it's at Corkbats too, by the way.
Dana White.
Yeah, and Dana White screwed us. But yeah, we're give us a follow, rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much to everybody who followed Corkbats this week. It's really exciting. It was really fun to see that. So and also shout out to Austin for being creative and probably sitting in front of a computer with his eyes bleeding on Photoshop. So but yeah, you guys have anything else you need to say?
I feel like we should print that picture out of Jason Kidd and frame it and send it to him.
I think we should too.
Just what a day.
What a day. Well, guys, I'll see you next week, I suppose.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Have a good day.
Thanks, everybody.